this video, we have some exciting news to share with you about Tesla's upcoming plans. So let's dive into the latest news and updates on Tesla's most anticipated affordable electric car, poised to take the world by storm. Is Tesla resuming plans for inexpensive self-driving electric vehicles? Did you know that Elon Musk announced on Battery Day that Tesla is developing a low-cost self-driving electric vehicle that will cost less than $25,000? Due to this exciting news, many people have added this automobile to their list of prospective purchases. Nonetheless, in a previous earnings call, Musk stated that Tesla had halted the development of an affordable electric vehicle. Recent reports from the Chinese website 36KR indicate that Tesla may have resumed planning for this affordable electric vehicle. Tesla's plans for Mini Model Y and affordable electric vehicles. According to industry insiders, Tesla is developing a Model Y Mini with an initial production capacity of up to 4 million units. This news, coupled with the announcement of Master Plan Part 3, makes the possibility of Tesla producing an affordable electric vehicle appear highly probable. In addition, Tesla announced at Investor Day a new platform for their third-generation cars that will reduce production speed and costs by 50%. This new platform may be manufactured at Tesla's latest Gigafactory in Mexico, which is anticipated to begin manufacturing by the year's end. Tesla's global Model Y Mini and production plans. The production capacity of the Model Y Compact will be divided among all of Tesla's Gigafactories worldwide. The new Gigafactory in Monterrey, Mexico, will produce predominantly for the North American market. In addition, Tesla has plans to expand its Berlin factory from 500,000 to 1 million vehicles per year, with 2 million cars arriving from North America, 1 million from Berlin, and 1 million from Shanghai. Musk's goal is to sell 20 million vehicles annually, and affordable electric cars are essential to attaining this goal. Tesla's plans for affordable electric vehicles. Musk's master plan has always focused on Tesla's goal to sell affordable electric vehicles to the populace. Clearly, Tesla is already taking measures toward achieving this objective. However, this could portend trouble for traditional automakers, as Tesla knows how to win over consumers despite producing imperfect vehicles. The Model Y has performed exceedingly well in international sales over the past year. The March sales report for Taiwan placed Tesla in second place, just behind the Toyota Corolla Cross. The Model Y costs over twice as much as the Corolla Cross, which makes this result unexpected. Despite its high price, the Model Y has already significantly impacted the automobile market, and the prospective impact of cheaper electric vehicles is unimaginable. Is buying a new car worth the investment? Buying a new car is like investing in a luxury item because it depreciates immediately. High depreciation rates plague the first 3 years of ownership. If you're on a tight budget, examine if you really need the car before buying it. Consider the car's ROI. Some people use it for ride sharing or business. Buying a new car is expensive, so planning ahead is crucial, especially during tough economic times. Amazon and Microsoft, which expanded aggressively during the pandemic, are laying off workers. Apple, which did not develop during the pandemic, is laying off workers. Buying an automobile in such circumstances requires caution. Investors expect lower expenses when corporations lay off workers. Therefore, their stock prices rise. Thus, investing is crucial to avoid layoffs and grow with Apple. Tesla Model Y update and future plans. Have you heard about the Tesla Model Y update? Its more than 2 million Taiwan dollars price has already placed pressure on other automakers. But how would other manufacturers survive if Tesla were to release a new electric vehicle that costs less than 800,000 new Taiwanese dollars? I'm eager to learn about the Gigafactory in Mexico, as it may contain the solution. Tesla has also recently published Master Plan Part 3 on their website, which outlines its strategy for replacing fossil fuels with renewable energy. As the production of the Cybertruck nears, Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, appears to be in an excellent mood. He recently revealed he was on Saturday's Cybertruck assembly line in Texas. Exploring the luxury and performance of the Tesla Cybertruck. Every 2 weeks, it appears that Tesla releases new images and safety tests that stimulate the public. A user who we believe to be Chinese recently shared aerial footage of Cybertruck undergoing suspension testing in Northern California. The Cybertruck's prospective range of 500 miles may make it the ideal solution. However, this may necessitate rethinking conventional vehicle designs, which frequently feature uncomfortable interiors and few amenities. These electric pickup vehicles are becoming more luxurious, albeit at a higher price. And that completes our video for today. We hope you enjoyed learning the incredible updates of Tesla models. Which of them are you most excited about? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to TechBros for more content such as this.